and welcome back to live streams on the main Well Behaved Wallet channel. Sort of very transparently, the reason I'm doing it on the Well Behaved Wallet channel is because I'm monetized here, and I'm not monetized yet on the Wallet Life channel, although I'm hoping that's the project. I am working on that. So again, happy Monday. Thank you for watching. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Excited to be here. I was kind of talking with my mastermind group about doing live streams and how that worked out for me. And I realized that I miss it. I miss hanging out with you guys. So I feel like why not? Why not jump right back in? Yes, I know. You missed me last week. I was kind of recalibrating, trying to decide if we're doing that. I'll take a look. If I wanted to keep doing this, if this was something that was of benefit to anyone, and I feel like why not? I know, it's so true, Roland Holland. It feels like it's been years too. It's only been like 3 weeks, so recovering from COVID, and then what else have I been doing? Hey, Steve S, good to see you here. So, what have I been doing in the past 3 weeks? Same as working, getting stuff together. You know, working on the hustle, trying to get it together. Actually, a couple things. Prepping for, well, not really prepping for vacation, like talking with family regarding vacation plans. I haven't been prepping for them. Sorry, guys. This little Elsa tissue box is driving me crazy in the corner of my eye there. So, what have I been doing in the past 3 weeks, 2 weeks since I've been streaming consistently? Just kind of health, etc. And I do feel definitely like 98% back to normal, which is great. So what's going on? I wonder if you can actually see it. It looks like a doctor's office over there. Don't look too closely at those diplomas. Okay. So tasks for today include, we'll do like a catch up. How are your goals going? I'd love to know what you are up to this week. I am setting up my planner. I use a Sprouted planner. So, hey, Sam, good to see you. So I am setting up my planner for the week and working on a budget for the rest of the month and kind of discussing some financial independence topics that just came up like recently. So, couple interesting things. I'm trying to think about where to start. Let's start with financial independence, since that's largely become the focus of this channel. So somebody, a poster, there were 2 comments in question. Someone just left another one like just this morning, and I thought it was great and timely. I'm like, I'm really glad someone else feels that way. So there's one channel, you can look through the comments on my Financial Independence in Manhattan video, the latest video, to see what I'm talking about. This one poster is like, he means well, and I can appreciate where he's coming from. He's got a very I say standard, a specific sort of worldview, and he's very sort of focused on the way things have turned out for him, and he thinks that he can replicate that for other people, which is, you know, awesome. He's got a very forthright. He's got a great net worth, which is very cool, like very respectable net worth. Never had a huge salary, which I can totally recommend, totally understand and appreciate. Is living in a fairly modest cost of living area, and always has. So he will comment periodically on some of my financial independence channels videos, and say things like, so this comment is what another commenter brought up, saying that any working American can achieve financial independence in 10 years. So that's the statement. Let me say it again. Any working American can achieve financial independence in 10 years is his belief. And he says, oh, he teaches that on his channel and other people teach that on their channels. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So, and then I just kind of left him to it and was like, okay, cool. Like, thanks for the comment. Hey, Anthony, good to see you here. Happy that you're here. Sab. Okay, so yes. So here's the thing. Then somebody else commented, and I'll read this other person's comment because I thought it was great. I mean, so Donald Lyons 17 comment exactly, 15 years, Anthony. I would agree with 15 years, yes. Um, so Donald Lyons just said that this is a strange and strong statement. And then he's saying, look at the evidence. These huge YouTubers are making only about X number of dollars in this number of years. So he's thinking it's not possible. He's saying most people, in my opinion, will take about 20 to 25 years to reach financial independence. Yes, yes. And I would agree with that. I think 15 is aggressive, Anthony. But here's the thing is I do think 10 is possible. Any working American, no. I don't think that any working American can achieve that because you need three things, right? You need the know-how, you need the knowledge, you need the ability to execute on the knowledge you have, and then you need luck. That's the third component. And I think that the luck doesn't outweigh the other two components, the work and the strategy. Exactly. Yes, Roland, I agree with it too, but you don't believe the sacrifice would be necessary and reasonable for everyone. I 100% believe that. Because you would have to be living in the lowest cost of living area in the country, in the US. You would have to live in, you could not live anywhere other than the lowest, and I'm talking like very, I don't want to say rural, but very, very just low cost of living areas. So that, and I would say that I would say 90% of Americans aren't willing to do that, but I mean, it just wouldn't. There are other factors in play, right? Your family, where your family lives, any work obligations that you may have. They're just, and just kind of your personal happiness, right? So what's the point of living through 10 years miserable? Yeah, so this poster said my rich journey. We're clearing about 50 to 100K for years. Yes, they were. Hey Andy, yes, I did get the virus, the Wona. It wasn't so bad. Compared to what I've heard about the first wave. I mean, I can only imagine. But yes, I did, and I'm fully recovered. Maybe if we did it from day one of working before life happens. Yes. So we're talking about financial independence in 10 years. Yeah, it was not fun, but all better now. And other people have had it a lot worse, so I have no room to complain. So we're talking about financial independence in 10 years and the statement that any working American can achieve financial independence in 10 years. Which again, I think, sure, yes, you can. You would just have to make remarkable sacrifices, and B, let's remain hermits. Yes, exactly. That exactly. Like I'm really trying to limit exposure. I've been wearing a mask as well. So you'd have to make sacrifices to be financially independent in 10 years. Sacrifices on the expenses, and you would have to be busting it. So, well, I say busting it, but from my calculations using my financial independence retire early calculator, thank you, Anthony. I For me, because my financial independence number is very low. Exactly, Sab. Yes, that's luck. See, that I feel like is luck. Like any health issues, you get hit with any type of health issue whatsoever, you'd be out in 10 years. Um, so for me, and my financial independence number is 750,000. Some may be higher because that would be to cover my annual expenses of 30,000. I would need to put in a yearly savings. I need to put a yearly contribution of $40,000, assuming a return rate of 8%. Yes, let me double check. Yes, 8%. And yes, Adam, I just saw your comment. Exactly. People underestimate the value of luck. Not that luck is the third factor, right? It's not the first factor. And it's not to say that you can't do this, I'm gonna say without luck, but it is something that I'm logging into my own live stream right now. I'm putting on mute so we don't see that. Just so I can read you guys' comments. People also often underestimate the luck factor. Hard work is important, yes, but right place, right time plays a big role in many success stories. 100%. So, yes, right place, right time. And this other poster that posted this strong and strange comment of any working American comment, this poster is very heavy into real estate and real estate income, which sure is a way to accelerate your financial growth. That more than anything is, I think, requires luck, because there are just so many things that can go wrong. I mean, so many things. And this poster is suggested and saying, oh, I'll take you under my wing. I'll teach you how to do real estate. And I'm like, That's so kind. Thank you, thank you. Like, I can't so my mom's house in Jersey, like, we don't struggle keeping that up, but it's a hassle keeping that up, and I'm like, there's no way." He's like, "You might need to do some light rent. You could buy a property in this area. I'll show you how to get a mortgage and get I say leveraged, but like, I just why? Why would I do that on a low salary? Why would I take on the burden and the risk of another property? Like, you might need to do some light reno. I'm like, no, there's no way. So at this point in my life, I'm not saying ever because I think that real estate is great and I would love to own real estate in the future. It just is not ideal at all for this time in my life at all. And I think how early you get started is huge. Yeah, thank you. Let's not over leverage ourselves. Yeah, like that might be a good place. Yes, exactly. So I just gotta let this person is very again well-meaning. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Like you and I don't mean to say it I don't mean to discount his experience because he works hard, he's executed on these good strategies, and he's been very lucky, and I'm like, I just that's great, and he started early. I think, did he start early? I forget. Um, but I feel like those and these things the thing is that I know that real estate builds on itself, like, it's like the first when you get your first rental going and that's cash flowing and then you can use that to cash flow your next one and yeah he's very sweet and just very I'm drinking water again very well meaning and I appreciate that but I don't want to use that as an excuse for myself so I think that it's kind of saying that oh my goodness oh yes Roland yes you are another one that's gotten very I don't say it's not luck, but I feel like you are in such a good place at a good time. You are, you really are on the right track. And I feel like you, Roland, have a great, so what's going on with your journey, but I feel like you're on the right path. And I think that for me, maybe in like 5 years, hopefully in 5 years, that may be something that I would consider doing. But just for the next 5 years, because of life situations, I am out. I mean, that's not something I would consider doing for the next 5 years at least. Um, just because, because I'm pregnant. I don't know if I haven't decided. Not everyone takes the risk has had it pay off. Exactly, Sad. That is so true. And I've seen it go wrong and have someone to be trapped in an out of state rental. Exactly. I would even say, Sad, that there are more failure stories than success stories. So I just weigh that. I weigh that with a grain of salt. So again, I don't want to use this as an excuse because I think, too long. I've used, oh, well, if I can't do it quickly, then why bother? I've used it as an excuse and let myself off the hook from kind of the day to day, staying in the day to day. Let's say it's not a struggle, but in the day to day engagement of improving my financial situation. Because that is something that I think about every day. I think about it every day. So I'm like, why don't I take action every day? So for me, one of the first actions to take to kind of start walking on that road is to keep my website up to date, which I just haven't. Things are great. We closed on selling our awesome first property and paid off all of your consumer debt. Roland, that's like the dream. I got chills for you. Like that's like incredible. So you were going to rent it, but the profit that you would make from the sale was just more, I guess, turned out more beneficial. And you guys have a mentor that you're working with together. That's incredible. I'm so happy for you guys. Um, what? So you guys are in Virginia, Maryland right now, just sitting on the remaining profit. Ugh, you make me sick with that. I'm so happy. Yeah, remaining profit. I would just such a cool place to be. We'll probably redeploy when the market dips a bit more. It's so surreal. Yes, absolutely. You guys caught it. Just you got the right wave, man. Um, what did I want to ask you? I wanted to ask you something. Um, I wondered how long it took from like when you bought did you guys do a significant renovation to that property? Will there be budgeting? Yeah, that is a good question. I do not know. Probably not. I might mention it in passing. I don't even know if I'm going to mention anything on this channel, to be honest. That's kind of why I started the Wallet Life channel way back. I mean, not with this specific turn of events in mind because it happened very fast. I mean, talk about things that happen fast. But I mean, I'm old. I'm 39. My husband's going to be 50. So I thought it would take longer. Probably exactly. Yeah, it's going to be finance, and I know other financial YouTubers have done that. It's just kind of something that I'm not super inclined to do, and have transitioned to other content very successfully. We'll see. We'll see what the future holds, but probably not. And so things will change around September. So we'll see how that goes. And the thing is, the plan. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. That's surreal. I'm like, okay, so, which is actually good because this was kind of what I had hoped would happen. I did not think that this would happen, but it did. So I'm like, all right. Oh, thank you, Roland. Virginia, you're in Virginia. Yes, definitely a sacrifice for the past 3 years. You bought a primary in 2018 for 100K. See, I kind of and did some cosmetic upgrades and replaced some floor supports, which is the one that you sold. Yes, yes, Sab. I agree. I totally agree. Um, yes. Roland, so you have two, right? You have a primary and you have one that you just sold. You said some cosmetic upgrades and replaced some floor supports. Cool. I know it. Well, I guess, right. Yes, 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 Anthony. Yep, sure did. Um, so, I mean, I don't even know if I don't know why I'm not secretive, but it's not something I'm like putting out there. And I think I would like to, just because there's no reason not to. And I wonder what would happen. So I'll kind of talk it over because it's not just me anymore, right? There are other people in the equation. Um, so we'll see how that goes. So, so on the idea of financial independence, staying in the game, um, and this will change until it gets really obvious. Then people will notice. Yep, exactly, Sab. But like I do all my videos sitting down, right? So, and the thing is, like, some people watch these live streams, and I'm like, oh, cool, okay. But if you don't see, that's like the benefit for the live stream, for you guys, the live stream crew. You get the updated. Hold on, I can, because if I stand up, you could totally see. But if I do all my videos sitting down, like you totally wouldn't know. But like if I stand up, you can kind of. It just looks like I'm fat, right? I think exactly. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's just like no, no, not too bad. That's what I feel like. I'm like, oh yeah, just a little extra Shake Shack there. Anyway, actually, I have a glucose test on Wednesday, which will be fun. So I'm working for good things on that. So I'm trying to keep my glucose nice and even, nice and low. So we'll see how that goes. So for June, budgeting actions I am taking to increase my income is just updating the website, which I haven't done. Roland, you're saying you moved out earlier this year, listed it for 195 and sold for 2. Are you kidding me? You bought it for 100, listed for 195, and sold for 2. I'm like, so it's just the one property, right? You don't have two. It's just this one. Are you guys renting, or where are you living now? So my husband's father lives in Delaware, in like a really nice. It's a luxury according to him, right? Yeah, real. He did. He had like when you had the open house, weren't there tons of people? Oh, it was crazy. That's insane. You totally deserve this, Roland. This is like, this is a big, big fat gift, man. You totally deserve it. It's your birthday present. So, I mean, but yes, Roland, anything else you want to share that we'd love to hear. So, are you going to be renting now, or where are you going to be living? The reason I ask is because my husband keeps saying, well, we could always just move in with my dad. And I'm like, I don't know if your dad would be happy with you bought a new one 5 miles away after you moved out. It gets a lot of attention, uh, even as the rates went up. Yeah. Oh, I bet. Yes. Yes. I can't believe you doubled. You doubled. Bought for 100, sold for 2. It's insane. That is insane. So, so, so cool. I feel like the market is kind of leveling off a little bit, which is good to see. Um, So in order for us to move, which again, my goal is to move, I know it's so cool, so inspiring. My goal is to move to Delaware just because it is such a favorable cost of living. But we would, in order for that, we could afford to buy something very small and keep the Manhattan co-op. But in order to have the type of place that we'd like, um, we'd probably have to let go of this place, which I don't know, mixed feelings all around, but we're kind of waiting for the market to settle out. Yeah, so you need the market to crash so you can sell and buy. I know I can't afford a bigger house right now with the prices as they are. It's so true, Sab. It's just insane. Now, are you in the UK, Sab? I feel like you're in the UK, right? Prices are insane. My mom's kind of in a similar situation. She could sell, but where would she go? I keep telling her just to rent somewhere, but you are, yes. And our house prices is kind of insane over there in the UK too, I wonder. Um, so she's got her name on a couple lists for like over 55 housing and affordable housing. So, like, good for her. We'll see. Whew, it's insane, crazy high. Yeah, they're high worldwide. It's true. So, when it comes to there's budgeting and there's earning additional income. I can't tell if this is inflation or an inventory shortage. Yes. Okay, perfect. In other countries, maybe inflation. Yeah, probably both, right? I would say. I know the UK has got a huge. Actually, I don't know what the UK is doing. I follow this podcaster called Francesca Amber. She used to have a YouTube channel. I think she still does have a YouTube channel called Law of Attraction Changed My Life. Her podcast is Law of Attraction Changed My Life. It's amazing. And she just put a deposit down on a new build. It's been crazy for a while. Yeah, same here in the US. So there's earning additional income and budgeting for June. So when it comes to earning additional income, the number one thing I must do is get a stinking article up on my website. Multiple people bidding over, asking on already overpriced property. Yeah, it's so true. It's like I don't want to say herd mentality, but yikes, it's just insane. So herd mentality bidding, yes. As far as earning additional income goes, from the Tony Robbins program that I was doing, one of the suggestions that he has in his Overcoming Wealth blocks is every day did I really miss yesterday? I think I did. For 10 days to write down 3 ideas for making more money. So I've started doing that. And for me, it's not necessarily that I lack ideas, it's that I lack execution on these ideas. So I'm like, yeah, I have the know-how, I'm just not doing anything with it. So that is something I've been doing, but it's also taking action. So for today, what I gotta do is actually sit down and write that stupid article, which I do know what it's going to be about. Okay. So that's thing one, is getting that done. Thing two on the budgeting. So my mother has decided, with new arrivals on the way, I don't know why I'm being so cagey about that. That's something that I do a lot of. I don't know. Now that I'm expecting in September, she wanted to do, if possible, a way for us all to get together. So me and my sister, her husband, and me and my husband. So we will be doing that next week. So my sister rented a house in North Carolina on Emerald Isle. So that should be fun. She is also bringing, I'm writing out my 3 ideas for yesterday and today. 6, 22, 1, 2, 3. So we're planning to drive down Sunday night. It's a 9-hour trip. Take it slow and steady. And then stay for the week. There's internet, so my husband and I can both work. My sister will be out having fun because it's right by the beach. So that would be, oh, thank you, Sab. Don't forget to hit the like. Yes. Thank you, guys. So they'll be out having fun. And then as soon as we're able, we'll probably join them, which is kind of weird because I took off the last week of the month and we were planning on going abroad, either visiting family in Curacao, but I don't know if that's going to work out for right now. So I'm thinking maybe I should just take some vacation time next week, but we'll see kind of how that shakes out. It's a little bit late notice for now. So we'll see how all that goes. So that's going to be exciting. But it's a budget thing. So we have to rent a car. Um, and then there's like cost of living when you're not at home. So we usually buy groceries, and that's just what we do for dinners, for meal and whatnot. Um, that's like, I don't know if you guys have ever rented a house, but that tends to be like the biggest um, con- consideration is meals. Like, what are you going to eat? Where are you going to go? So that's just something to think about. I'm like, okay. So budgeting for that, which is probably just my typical grocery budget, go grocery and eating out budget, just somewhere different. It'd be cheaper because it's not in Manhattan. So that's thing one. That's next week, and then the week after, we're going to go and spend some time. My husband's father in Delaware, which I am so excited for because I just love Delaware. And also, I'm going to join the Y, which is like 5 minutes down the road and has two pools, an indoor and an outdoor. Actually, three, I think two indoor pools, family and a lane pool, and an outdoor pool that looks like a fun land. It's brand new. It's so much fun. They're open from 2 to 8 during the weekends, 10 to 8, or 2 to 8 during the week, and then 10 to 8 Saturday and Sunday. I cannot wait. I am so excited. I've been looking forward to this like all year. And it's like $110 a month for 4 people to join for the month. Like insane. Plus $100 joiner fee, which whatever, I'm happy to pay. Because I actually like the Y too. I really like the Y as an organization, and the facility is so clean and so much fun. So I cannot wait for that this summer. I've been dying to get into a pool. I went down to the ocean, to the shore, LBI, on last Saturday, and it was gorgeous, but the water was so cold. Like I made myself get in the first day, and then I went back the second day, and I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't get in the water, but I've been wanting to swim so bad. So I'm excited for that. And to be outdoors is just going to be glorious. So really psyched for that. But again, it's going to be money because while it's a house, we're staying with my father-in-law in his house. No, Seth, my gym doesn't have a pool, and it's like it hurts my heart. And of course, there are pools around here. I've looked at the Y here in Manhattan, and it's fine. It's a little bit historic, so a little on the older side, and there is a hostel attached to it on the upper floors, which a little bit sketch for me. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's fine to go to, and they do have a pool, and the Ys are just so nice. They're like such friendly, good quality people that work there. So that's exciting. There's also a health club, Equinox Health Club local, that has a pool, and a JCC that has a pool within like 6 blocks of us. The Y is 10 blocks, but just kind of pushing it. But 6 blocks is doable, and I haven't checked out the JCC yet. I do want to look at that, the Jewish Community Center, to check that out because that looks a little bit newer than the Y. So I may do that. But it's like that adds up too. Like as far as the budgeting goes, the JCC the Y here in Manhattan is 150. And the JCC I think is around there too, like 150 a month. But I'm already paying $50 a month for the New York Sports Club, which has a sauna but no pool. So that's on top of it. So almost $200 in health club membership. It does add up, and I'm like, I can't do that, especially with I haven't even started thinking about or budgeting for anything else. I'm like, no, I just don't want to think about baby expenses because I feel like we are already so leveraged as it is. Like there's almost no breathing room. And I know people do it. People do it. It's gonna be interesting. And then so very, very kindly, a friend of my husband's has offered to throw us sort of a wedding and baby shower in July, the last week in July. So that will be lovely. I'm really excited for that, but I don't anticipate a lot. Maybe it'll be cheaper than I think. Maybe. Maybe. I hope so. I hope. I mean, I've heard, I mean, like Dave Ramsey said, "Oh, babies aren't much more expensive than puppies," and I'm like, "Yep," and that's true. That really is true. You got to get your puppy a crate, get food, vet bills, toys, whatever. Just it's not that much more expensive, which is true. So I don't anticipate. I mean, I've not allocated a huge budget. I can't even because there's just nothing left at the end of the month, and I can't imagine adding on anything else. So and thinking about a pool, that's why I've held off so long. But 2 cats cost me. Yes, it's so true. Yes, that's exactly it. It's at 500 a month. 500 pounds a month is a lot. Yes. I know. That's significant. Forget like anything else that comes up. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be an adventure. So they're old with issues, but still, yeah. No, that's about standard. My friend's cat has he's got a male cat and he's got like he had some issues earlier and it was a chunk. So we'll just kind of muddle through the best we can. We'll do what we can. Yes. So June budget. I actually thought about doing that on here. Did not happen on this stream. Did not happen. So that will be my homework for tomorrow. I'm assigning myself two things, two goals for tomorrow is to finish out that June budget and to write the article. It will take me 45 minutes to write if I sit down and focus. And then posting it is another 15 minutes to like format it out. So check my website, wellbehavedwallet.com, to see how I do on that. All right, guys, we've been going for 30 minutes and this has been amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined. I really enjoyed this. Am I still listing on eBay and Etsy? Good question. No, but I need to. Otherwise, my top rated seller status will expire and I won't be a top rated seller, but I'll still have to pay for my monthly subscription. Yes. Roland, this is something I need to list. So thank you, Sab, for reminding me. Actually, it's a lock set that we weren't able to return. So my husband thought he lost his locker keys for the storage locker. He found them, but had already bought a replacement lock. So this is, I mean, it's $100 lock set that I get to list. So thank you, Sab. I will actually list that today as well. 3 goals. All right. Yes, it's been awesome catching up with you guys. Roland, great seeing you too. All right. Same time, same place tomorrow. This is great. Love you guys. All right. Take care. Bye.